Imagine stealing $1 billion. You don't need ski masks, you don't need getaway cars, and you definitely don't need guns. All you need is a keyboard, a deep understanding of network infrastructure, and the patience of a predator. Welcome to the dark side of YouTube. No bright visuals, no distractions. Just put your headphones on, close your eyes, and let the story begin. In February 2016, a group of phantom hackers, a state-sponsored cyber warfare syndicate, infiltrated the central bank of Bangladesh. They were executing the perfect cyber heist, siphoning almost $1 billion right from under the nose of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. It was a flawless piece of code, a masterpiece of digital robbery, but the greatest heist in human history didn't fail because of the FBI. It didn't fail because of a brilliant firewall or a genius detective. It failed because of a single, hilariously stupid syntax error. A spelling mistake so basic, it brought a $1 billion operation crashing to the ground. Secure your network, and listen closely. This is the story of how an empire of hackers was defeated by the letter A. To rob a bank in the 21st century, you don't break through the vault door, you walk in through the back end. Our story begins a full year before the actual robbery, in January 2015. The hackers knew that the Bangladesh Central Bank in Dhaka was connected to the SWIFT network. SWIFT is essentially the ultimate API for global finance, a highly secure messaging system that banks use to authorize massive transfers of money. If you control a bank's SWIFT terminal, you own its reserves. But how do you get inside a system like that? Social engineering. The hackers sent a perfectly crafted email to several bank employees. The email contained a polite cover letter and a resume from a fictional job seeker named Rasal Alam. It looked completely harmless, but attached to that email was a zip file. All it took was one employee double-clicking on that resume. The moment they did, a stealthy malware payload, a custom-built Trojan, silently installed itself onto the bank's internal network. No alarms went off. No antivirus software caught it, and then the hackers did absolutely nothing. For an entire year, they just sat there in the dark. They installed keyloggers. They navigated the network infrastructure. They watched the screens of the SWIFT operators, learning their daily routines, their passwords, and exactly how they formatted their multi-million-dollar transfer requests. They mapped out the entire database logic. They were just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. When you launch a cyber attack, timing is everything. You need a window of opportunity where the system administrators are completely blind. The hackers designed a brilliant timeline that exploited the biggest physical vulnerability in the world: time zones. They chose to launch the attack on Thursday, February 4th, 2016, at 8:00 p.m. Bangladesh time. Why? Because Friday and Saturday are the official weekend in Bangladesh. The bank would be completely empty. The servers would be unmonitored. The transfer requests were being sent to the Federal Reserve in New York to release the funds. In New York, Friday is a normal working day, so the automated back-end systems would process the transfers without question. But then, Saturday and Sunday are the weekend in New York. If Bangladesh woke up on Sunday and realized they were robbed, New York would be closed and couldn't stop the bleeding. And the final piece of this chronological puzzle: the money was being routed to accounts in the Philippines. The following Monday, February 8th, was the Lunar New Year. All banks in the Philippines were closed for a national holiday. By launching the attack on a Thursday night, the hackers bought themselves 5 entire days of zero oversight across 3 different global time zones. It was a scheduling masterpiece, but the hackers had one physical problem. Inside the highly secure SWIFT room on the 10th floor of the Bangladesh Bank, there was an ancient physical dot matrix printer. Every single time a SWIFT transfer was made, this printer automatically printed a physical paper receipt. The hackers knew that if the guards or the morning shift staff walked in and saw a mountain of paper showing hundreds of millions of dollars leaving the bank, they would literally pull the server cables out of the wall. So, they didn't just write malware to steal the money. They wrote a highly surgical piece of code designed to do one thing: assassinate the physical printer. They silently corrupted the print spooler software. When the bank staff arrived on Friday morning and noticed the printer wasn't working, what did they do? Did they suspect a massive cyber attack? No. They acted like standard office workers. They thought it was a simple paper jam or a network glitch. They tried restarting it, failed, and decided to just fix it later. While they were sipping coffee and ignoring the broken printer, the hackers were draining their national reserves. The script was executing perfectly. The hackers sent 35 separate transfer requests to the New York Fed, totaling nearly $1 billion. The first 5 requests went through smoothly. $81 million vanished into the ether, landing in 4 fake bank accounts at the Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation in Manila. From there, it was immediately withdrawn, laundered through the chaotic Philippine casino system, and washed into untraceable cash. But then came request number 6. The hackers attempted to transfer $20 million to a fake non-governmental organization in Sri Lanka. The name of the fake NGO was supposed to be the Shalika Foundation. But the hacker typing the command was in a rush. His finger slipped on the keyboard. Instead of typing FOUNDATION, he typed FANDATION. Shalika Foundation. This transfer was routed through Deutsche Bank as a correspondent bank. The automated system detected the spelling error in the name of the beneficiary. Because of that single A, the system threw a syntax error and flagged the transaction for manual review. A human employee at Deutsche Bank looked at the word foundation, realized it was highly suspicious, and immediately contacted the Bangladesh bank for clarification. That single typo broke the silence. The Federal Reserve in New York suddenly noticed the massive volume of requests. Alarms started ringing across international lines. The remaining 30 transactions, totaling $850 million, were frozen instantly. Because of one misspelled word, a $1 billion heist turned into an $81 million theft. Still a massive loss, but a fraction of what these phantoms almost got away with. To this day, the $81 million laundered through the casinos has never been fully recovered. The hackers, believed by many cybersecurity firms to be the infamous Lazarus group, simply vanished back into the dark web. As a society, we fear complex algorithms. We fear unbreakable encryption and advanced malware. But the story of the Bangladesh bank heist proves something far more terrifying. The most sophisticated cyber weapon in the world is utterly useless if the person behind the keyboard doesn't know how to spell. The next time you deploy a line of code, remember, a single syntax error can cost an empire. If you want to survive the dark side of the internet, join this channel. Subscribe and never leave your digital footprint unchecked. See you in the next breach.